Right now, beneath your feet, there are 1,500 active volcanoes on this planet. Most of them are sleeping. Quiet. Patient. Waiting. But what if, just for one moment, they all woke up? At the exact same time. Not one. Not 10. Every single volcano on Earth. Simultaneously. I'm not talking about a disaster movie. I'm talking about the complete and total end of the world as we know it. And the worst part? Scientists say something like this has already happened before. First, let's understand what we're actually dealing with. The biggest volcanic eruption in recorded history was Mount Tambora in 1815. One volcano. One eruption. It killed over 71,000 people directly. And then, it changed the entire planet's climate. The year 1816 was called the year without a summer. Crops failed across Europe and North America. Famine spread across continents. People starved, because of one volcano. Now multiply that, by 1,500. In the first 60 seconds of a simultaneous global eruption, every major city near a volcano is simply gone. Tokyo. Naples. Seattle. Mexico City. Jakarta. Entire populations, erased before they even knew what happened. But that's just the beginning. Here's what most people don't realize: the lava isn't even the most dangerous part. Lava moves slowly. You can outrun lava. What you cannot outrun is what comes next. Every volcano releases massive clouds of sulfur dioxide, carbon dioxide, and ash. Now imagine 1,500 volcanoes doing this, all at once. Within hours, the sky begins to turn dark. Not sunset dark. Not storm dark. Pitch black. Everywhere. Across the entire planet. The ash clouds would rise so high, into the stratosphere, that they would block sunlight from reaching Earth's surface. Scientists call this a volcanic winter. Temperature across the planet drops, not by 1 or 2 degrees. By 10 to 15 degrees Celsius. Almost overnight. In Pakistan, India, Africa, regions that are already warm, crops begin dying within weeks. In Europe and North America, rivers and lakes start freezing. In summer. But wait, here is where it gets truly terrifying. Most people assume the ash and cold would be the worst of it. They are wrong. Because there's a gas silently rising with all that ash, one that most people have never heard of, and it is infinitely more deadly. That gas is hydrogen sulfide. At low concentrations, it smells like rotten eggs. At high concentrations, it shuts down your nervous system in seconds. No pain. No warning. You simply stop. With 1,500 volcanoes erupting simultaneously, hydrogen sulfide levels in the atmosphere would reach extinction level concentrations within days. And here's the horrifying truth: this is exactly what scientists believe happened 252 million years ago. It's called the Great Dying, the Permian mass extinction. 96% of all marine life wiped out. 70% of all land species, gone. The leading theory? Massive volcanic eruptions in what is now Siberia, the Siberian traps, released so much hydrogen sulfide and CO2 that life on Earth nearly ended completely. Not an asteroid. Not a war. Volcanoes. And if all 1,500 erupted today, scientists believe we would be looking at a second Great Dying. Within months, not years, 90% of all species on Earth could go extinct. Including us. But here's the twist that will keep you up at night: some scientists argue that a small group of humans might survive. Not because of technology. Not because of bunkers or billionaire escape pods. But because of one geological accident that happened 74,000 years ago. 74,000 years ago, the Toba supervolcano in Indonesia erupted. It was the largest volcanic eruption in the last 2 million years. It triggered a volcanic winter that lasted 6 to 10 years. The human population crashed from hundreds of thousands, to as few as 3,000 to 10,000 individuals. That's it. The entire human species, reduced to a small village. But they survived. They survived by moving to coastlines, where ocean food was still available. They survived by adapting faster than any species had before. And from those few thousands, came all 8 billion of us today. So if a simultaneous global eruption happened tomorrow, the volcanic winter would last decades, not years. The gas would be far more concentrated. The ash far thicker. But somewhere, deep in a cave, near an ocean, far from major eruption zones, a small number of humans might cling on. Not civilization. Not cities. Not governments. Just people. Surviving. Like animals. Starting from zero. And in 100,000 years, perhaps they build it all back again. Here's what should truly shake you. Right now, beneath Yellowstone National Park in America, sits one of the largest supervolcanoes on Earth. Scientists say it erupts roughly every 600,000 years. The last eruption? 640,000 years ago. It is 40,000 years overdue. And Yellowstone is not alone. There are 20 known supervolcanoes on this planet, all of them on their own timelines. All of them building pressure. All of them inevitable. The question was never if. The question has always been when. We live on a planet that is alive. Breathing. Shifting. Building pressure beneath our feet. Every city we've built, every civilization we've created, sits on top of a world that can reclaim it all in a single, volcanic exhale. The volcanoes don't hate us. They don't even know we exist. We are guests on this planet. And sometimes, the planet reminds us of that. If this video made you look at the ground differently, hit subscribe right now. Every week on Starlight Science, we ask the questions that science is afraid to answer out loud. Drop a comment below. Which supervolcano scares you the most? Yellowstone? Toba? Or one you've never heard of? And share this with someone who thinks they're safe. Because no one is far enough away. See you in the next one.